Hello and welcome to another nerdy news update, the first of the year 2026. Today I'm going to tell you two stories. One is the SIR has done absolute kachra of our voter roll. If you thought it was bad during Bihar, I have news coming that Ganesh has managed to make it worse. Yeah, Ganesh has made it so worse that I don't think I can trust any electoral rolls anymore. Yes, I'm going to talk about that because there is a SIR 2.0 update. Phase 2 just ended. Unka draft list aa gaya hai multiple states ka. So we are going to talk about that. And the second thing is municipal elections of Maharashtra are coming. Raj Thackeray and Uddhav Thackeray are best friends again. Oh, no, actually, they're brothers. So they're best brothers again. And Raj Thackeray did a thing. I don't know if how many of you know about Raj Thackeray and his oratory prowess, but he used his oratory prowess to attack Gautam Adani. It was effective, but I have more thoughts on that. So without further ado, let's start with update number 1. First, nearly 6.5 crore electors have been removed from the draft rolls in 9 states, 3 union territories. 9 states and 3 union territories had 50.9 crore electors before phase 2 of SIR, which commenced on October 27th. In case you have been living under a rock, the special intensive revision first happened in Bihar. Then it moved on to phase 2, where they took 12 states, which is 9 states and 3 union territories. And then they decided to do a more elaborate and different version of SIR in these states. And also not an SIR in one state. That is only the beginning. Now we find out that 6.5 crore electors were removed from the draft rolls. First, look at this. 9 states and 50.9 crore electors. After separate draft rolls were published, the number of electors dwindled to 44.4 crore. Yeah. Look at Uttar Pradesh. Draft electoral roll of Uttar Pradesh published on Tuesday, January 6th. Just to remind you, actually the last date of submitting this was 26th of December. Then they extended it twice. Because kachra kar diya Ganesh ne. I'll come to that. But yeah, on January 6th, which is Tuesday, they released the draft list and they have excluded 2.89 crore voters and retained 12.55 crore. That's 18.7% of the total population of Uttar Pradesh. So what does it mean to remove them? Now all of these people will be summoned by the election commission. They will be given dates and then they have to show up with 12 documents which they have listed and then prove that they deserve to be on the electoral list. That's what it means. That's how many people have been excluded. But there is some confusion with that also. Again, I will come to that when I come to the detailed story. Phase 2 of SIR began in Andaman Nicobar Islands, Lakshadweep, Chhattisgarh, Goa, Gujarat, Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, Puducherry, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, Uttar Pradesh and West Bengal on November 4th, 2025. Okay, just some context before we get into the story. In Bihar, the way they did SIR was first the BLOs, who are the people who are supposed to go from house to house, they were given a form. It was called an enumeration form. This enumeration form was taken to each voter, distributed. The voter was supposed to fill the details on it and then they have to submit it back to the BLOs to prove that they deserve to be on the voter list. How can they prove it? If they have their names already in a 2003 voter list, which was the last intensive revision that was done, or they can provide 11 documents and then later Aadhaar was also added to prove that they deserve to be on the voter list. So enumeration form ke saath proof chipka ke submit karna tha. Turns out halfway through the exercise, election commission realized ki nobody's giving it back. So then we saw like this whole affair of BLOs signing the forms themselves, submitting it, all the things. Because the way you submit it is you have to take a photograph or fill up the details using an app that the election commission has provided and then upload it. But then, do you have internet? Do you have a good phone? There were many errors because it's not as easy as it sounds. As a result, many people got excluded out of the Bihar list, and then they had to do an additional exercise after that of audition, and it just went wild from there. That is what happened in Bihar. The elections happened based on this new voter list also. Now, phase 2 is happening in all of these states. They have tweaked it a little bit. They have. Let me show you this story first. ECI pulls a U-turn, rolls out algorithms midway into SIR without protocols, manual and written instructions. This is an excellent story which you should read. Link in description for both the stories I'm going to talk about. By Ayushi and Harshita. 8 days after informing Supreme Court that deduplication software is defective, ECI abruptly reactivated it for 12 states, but scrapped the established protocol for its safe use. It also deployed a second undocumented algorithm without a written protocol. I hear you, too complicated. मैं बता रहा है. So, let's talk about SIR part 2. Now, what is happening in SIR phase 2 is that they have changed the process a little bit from Bihar. Now, when the BLO goes to the voter, what they have to do, the voter, is that they have to help them map their name with the 2003 list. So the voter and the BLO has to go through this intense process of finding the name, their own name, or the name of a relative. Relative is not defined, but someone who is related to them by blood, whatever, mom, dad, uncle. Again, there are no details about this. So you have to find that relative, and then they have to use an app to map them. Yeah, earlier it was just put a page, de do, fir dekhte baithenge. Now there is a whole system in place which will do this. So that is one. What has happened though is that because those were 2002 to 2003 ka list, there are some errors that are showing up because first step that the election commission had to do is they had to digitize the whole thing. So they had to read it by machine or enter it manually. A lot of them were read by machine. Now in that there were a lot of errors which showed up. So the first list which you are supposed to map the new people with itself is full of errors. I think at some point election commission realized, shit, we have just made this more complicated. So they did something worse. Let me show you one thing. So remember, I don't know how many of you remember, but I covered this. The entire point of the SIR, which the election commission was telling us before, was that, oh, there are illegal aliens, there are illegal people who have entered our voter list. Please remove. That was their one. But उन्होंने कोई numbers नहीं दिए, so that was a jack shit reason. The second reason that they gave because of the whole vote chori thing is that, oh, we are removing errors from the voter list. Guess what? In 2018, the Election Commission deployed this software called Aeronet. Okay, Aeronet is this complicated as algorithmic software which is supposed to deduplicate our voter list. First thing they did, they combined the entire voter list of the nation, all 92 crore voters. Then they ran this software on it, and then they were able to identify duplicate entries, name-wise, address-wise, whatever. Photographs, if there were duplicate photographs also, they were able to identify it, etc. So that Aeronet they implemented. Then there was an Aeronet 2.0, which was even better. So they were using this deduplication software. After it gets flagged, the note goes to BLO to check, to do a ground verification of whether this error is legitimate or not. And then they can come back and say, oh, okay, so this error was flagged by the software, it has been resolved. That was supposed to be the process through Aeronet. Guess what? When they were asked in court that why aren't you using the deduplication software that you already have? Why do you need to do this entire SIR exercise? They said that they said this. The strength and accuracy of the results were variable, and large number of suspected DSE, which were the suspected duplicate entries, were not found to be duplicate. The said technology was last used in the year 2023. Although software-based approaches have certain limitations, the commission is open to adoption of technological tools wherever found more effective. In Bihar, the commission has decided to go for SIR, considering it to be more effective than software-based approach, and prescribe detailed guidelines to arrive at desirable outcome. In non-lawyer speak or in non-legal speak, they turned it off. They turned off this deduplication software called Aeronet, and then they told us as much ki, okay, we have deduplication software is defective, so we have not applied it. That was their response. Then 8 days after they said this, they turned it on. They turned it on again. 8 days after they said that there were, the duplicates might not be duplicates and the software is not working. We haven't used it since 2020. What the hell? Why? So, in the timeline of SIR phase 2, this happened somewhere in mid-December. SIR had already started, the whole process had started. So in mid-December, our friendly BLOs started getting this, which is duplicate voter verification, which is a new thing that happened on their app, which was flagging electors. So they were very confused. That is what this whole story is about. Reporters Collective spoke to multiple people, BLOs, EROs, officials who spoke anonymously with them. They even attended trainings that happened during this time to see whether they talk about this, because it happened suddenly. There was no notification. The BLOs were not told that this was being turned on. It just appeared. Then in one random session that Reporters Collective has attended in Uttar Pradesh, there were oral instructions given to BLOs to go and do ground verification based on these duplicate elector verifications that were happening. For example, it shows up like this. This is what it shows up as. Look at this. Elector in 2003, and then there were like was elector in 2003. Is elected progeny of 2003 elector, and elector was not shown any link mapping of the SIR. So you have to do it again. What they were doing before, they have to do it again based on an error that has been identified by Aeronet, the duplication software. They didn't just do that. They deployed another software, not just Aeronet. Now they have deployed another software other than Aeronet, which is supposed to filter out even more people. And they are calling them logical inconsistencies. Right? That's what they're calling them, or something. So now there are logical discrepancies, my bad. So, in short, here is what is happening. Election Commission does phase 2 of SIR. They try to do everything that they were doing in Bihar, which is enumeration form, distribute it, ask people to submit documents, ask people to prove that they are citizens of the country and all the things. But they were like, no, this time all the BLOs will work to find out whether they were related to the 2003 list, and they will connect it themselves. So, वो लग गए BLO काम कर रहे थे how to find the name and whatever. Again, as I said, that whole thing was full of errors. So that became a task. Midway through it, they deploy a software, which is Aeronet, which identifies suspicious duplicate entries. So now there is a new tab under it. So first, there are citizens which are unmapped, which they could not find or link to the 2003 list. Okay, that is one chunk. The second chunk is the Aeronet duplicate entries, which are red flagged, right? And on top of both of those, they deployed another algorithm which finds patterns between the unmapped people also. Process. Ganesh started doing something in Bihar, and now it has become absolute kachra midway through it. And the worst thing is, they are not giving written instructions to BLO, so they're just supposed to just like wing it. Just wing it. Because of this, what happened in Uttar Pradesh is that the BLOs lost it, and they were like, oh, actually we will not be able to complete this because we have to do the whole process again. So then they extended it once, they extended it twice. 2 weeks extended. And now finally the draft list is out, and the number of people deleted you already saw. 6.5 crore. So essentially what they realized is that the mapping that was done by the BLOs was full of errors. That's what happened. That's what happened basically. So therefore, they sneakily deployed another algorithm on top of it to identify logical discrepancies. So in short, now the number of people who are getting notices are one, people who did not show up in the 2003 list or could not be mapped, and two, people who have been identified as logical discrepancies even within the mapped people. It's become extremely arbitrary. That is what it is. Second story. This gets wild, okay? Because this is the impact of what they did. The dubious software that they have deployed, 3.66 crore voters in West Bengal and Madhya Pradesh are suspects now because of all this nonsense. Algorithms were opaque and underlying data untested for reliability. Officials received no instructions from the commission on how to resolve the crores of such cases in days. So, in Lord Ganesh's wisdom, he saw that BLOs have not done a good job of phase 2 in SIR. So then he deployed 2 algorithms right after that. And then decided, okay, now there are more people we need to summon. Turns out in some places that number got so overwhelming that they started tinkering with even the algorithm they deployed in the first go. It's just imagine this, an Excel sheet. So there is an Excel sheet with multiple names and details, okay? First, Ganesh applied filter number 1, right? Then after filter number 1, the list was cut to 20% of people. Then Ganesh realized, oh shit, filter number 1 is too big. Like it's getting too many people. So now we can't call these many people. So then he applied filter number 2. Now filter number 2 se 10% ho gaya. Okay. And all of this he is doing while the SIR is going on. Can you imagine what that means? It means Bihar mein there is one SIR that happened. All these other states, there is one SIR that happened. Assam mein there is no SIR that happened. There is a modified SIR that is happening. And in phase 3, there is a third version of SIR that will happen. So in short, this guy has basically applied or done so many inconsistencies in his initial approach or process that no voter list can be trusted anymore. Because how do you know that the people in Bihar who were on the voter list versus the people in Madhya Pradesh versus the people who are in Assam have been put on that list legitimately? Because that is the whole reason for why they were doing SIR. They wanted to see if people are legitimate voters of the country. But if you have used 3 different processes in 3 different states, how are you supposed to know? Lord Ganesh for you. Ganesh doing Ganesh things. Bahut gyan laga hai is pe. Wait, it gets worse, okay? So, as I said, the software has flagged all of these things. It's much more clearer. More than 6 voters had linked themselves to a single ancestor from 2003. That is how they get flagged. Age gap between a voter and parent fell outside the 15 to 45 year age range. Cited a grandparent that was less than 40 years of older. There are name mismatches between the relatives cited, and the gender of the voter did not align with the name provided. So because of this, a lot of people became unmapped. यहाँ पे देखो, there is this election commission official who said, a senior officer at the state level in the ECI told the collective that the digitization of the old voter roll is uneven and not tested for its quality. We don't know if the digitization was 95% accurate or 60% accurate in different states. So in short, what he's saying is that they've done these arbitrary 3 changes, right? In the thing. But what are they basing it on? They're basing it on the 2000 to 2003 voter roll. What did they do with it? They digitized it. But even there, they don't know how accurate it is. 60% to 95% accuracy level, which means that this whole mapping business that they're doing in the first place, the data they are using to map it, has a lot of errors. Here is how we stack it up. Okay, this is what SIR is in short now. First, there is a terrible database of 2003-2002 for last SIR. Then Ganesh applied one layer of SIR on top of it for Bihar. So वहाँ पे एक method लगा है. Then he's like, no, we need to do new. So then they did phase 2, which is another method, which is happening separately. Then he was like, no. Third, Assam mein we cannot do it because NCR, whatever reason, Assam mein alag. So now there are 3 SIRs happening on top of this shit database. Right? Then on top of this database, the middle one, they added one algorithm first to deduplicate. Okay, that is the only one. Then they were like, okay, I think there are too many entries and this doesn't work really, because we said it in code that this doesn't work. So now let's apply another one, because BLOs in all of these instances probably are not doing the job well. You know why? Because unpe bahut pressure tha. Because they were doing a terrible job. They were not given enough time. They were exhausted and they were in distress. A lot of BLOs lost their lives. They took their own lives. Yeah, Ganesh is responsible for deaths also. So, shit database, BLO errors, 3 different types of SIRs, 2 algorithms stacked on top of it. Now you tell me whether this makes sense. This is the freaking SIR that is happening in our country right now. Now, you know what else is going to happen? There is going to be a 4th category that is going to come very soon in other states. 4th category will have its own things happening on it. So yeah, Ganesh has destroyed our voter list. As simple as that. Look at this. A collective acquired a few of the ECI's internal records, tracking the number of voters flagged initially by this new software. In Madhya Pradesh, nearly 40% of the voters on the draft roll, 40% were deemed suspect. As they contained logical discrepancies less than a fortnight before the draft list was published. In West Bengal, 17% of the voters were flagged for logical discrepancies. Amazing. Look at this. Look at this shit. Just look at this. This is number of voters flagged. 23 lakh, 85 lakh, 10 lakh, 8 lakh, 3 lakh, using all the criteria. So yeah, thank you Ganesh for destroying voter roll. Yeah, that was the update. Before we go to the next update, I wanted to tell you about this. This is the Citizen Magnet Journal. It turns your life into an RPG game which makes you a better citizen. Every month I give you tasks to do. Tiny tasks which you can put in your daily schedule also if you want to. If there is someone out there who wants to become a better citizen, who knows? Maybe there are people like that. You can take this and you can fill it up like a diary. And then every month I will discuss this with you in the You Are Not Alone Club. So everybody who gets this gets access to a You Are Not Alone Club, where we will be discussing these tasks. We will be discussing the adventures you have been having with our democracy and our constitution and parliament and abhi municipal elections are. There is a chapter about that also. How to pick who to vote for. What is the criteria? What do you do? How do you find them? All the things in this. So please get. Second announcement, I am doing an online show of how to lose an election. Let me just show you. Yes, an online show is happening on public demand this Sunday. This is my stand-up show, How to Lose an Election. So this is online. So a lot of my member nerds who are unfortunately not in India or could not catch me live can now come and watch this online. So please come, please watch. Tickets are in the description below. You can watch it. There is an early bird for the first few people who come. It is cheaper, but then it is not later. So yeah, watch, come and have fun. And I will see you on Sunday. Thank you. That was the announcement. Now the next story. Next story. Raj Thackeray. Update number 2. Raj Thackeray is out in the open again. I will tell you more about Raj Thackeray, but he said some things in Shivaji Park which I want you to see. People who are just listening to this, you will have to see this.
आता फक्त एक पहिला मॅप मी तुम्हाला भारताचा दाखवतो 2014चा. दाखवा रे.
So this is the map of how many projects Gautam Adani was involved in 2014. This is all over India. Okay.
आहे 2014चा गौतम अडानी यांचे प्रोजेक्ट्स किती होते हे तुम्हाला दाखवणार आहे. 2014ला पंतप्रधान नरेंद्र मोदी पंतप्रधान व्हायच्या अगोदर गौतम अडानी कुठे होते आणि आता पुढचं फक्त बघत राहा की आता 2024-25ला गौतम अडानी आता कुठे आहेत. फक्त सरकारच्या आशीर्वादाने. आणि तुम्हाला जर नाही धक्का बसला तर मला सांगा जरा दाखवा.
And now he's going to show the map of where Gautam Adani is in 2025. Dakhwa re to video. This is, by the way, a meme at this point. Raj Thackeray is like, Dakhwa re to video, and then people go nuts. This was worth going nuts. Watch. 2014. Now 2015, there are things getting added in Bihar and Haryana and Punjab and Rajasthan and more Haryana keeps getting added. 2016 we are in. Look at just wow. Then 2017 Uttar Pradesh, now he's gone south also, and now more is getting added in Punjab. These are all, sorry, just to point out, these are all Krushi. Hodal Krushi. So I'm guessing these are all warehouses that Adani was building around Haryana and Punjab during that time. This is also Bihar. And also there are the electricity companies, okay? So Araria distribution, V's distribution, Begusarai distribution. So these are all, and these are ports. So Dohaj, Indori, Vashi, Krushi. This is again agriculture. This is a port. This is a port. This is a port. Dhamra. This is a port. There is a port here as well. There are a few ports and distribution companies in Gujarat as well. Okay, so this is 2018 now. Again, now this is gas company coming in. Did you see there was a gas company that came in yahan pe, which is called Dhamra Gas. Natural gas. Now more Krishi getting added in Punjab. Now this is V's Vitaran, which means more electricity distribution getting added in 2019. I think now the airports will start coming in also. More Krishi, again, Krishi. Ye dekho. This is Ahmedabad Vimantar. So now an airport has come in here. Mangalore Vimantar 2020. This is Mangalore airport going to him also. Now ports are going. 2 more ports getting added. And more Krishi things happening in Uttar Pradesh. Gujarat. Now Mumbai. Navi Mumbai and Mumbai. Both airports going to him. Jaipur. Guwahati. Visakhapatnam. Oh, now 2021 is the year when Adani started doing cement. Look at this. Visakhapatnam cement. Now you will see how many cement things start coming in. He's buying cement companies left, right, center. Plants, companies, distribution, everything. Dohad cement, Surat cement. Look at this. Cement, Solan. Now Himachal Pradesh mein he's buying a bunch of cement also. This is in and around Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, everywhere. Cement, again cement. This is happening in Karnataka. Now this is happening in something Kochi Logistics Park has come up in Kerala. This is the Kerala deal that was done during that time. This is again distribution. electricity distribution. Now steel. There is a Mundra steel plant that has come in. Another port came in. And there is Bhubaneswar Utilities. So Orissa. More electricity. There was one more port that came in. Two more cement plants in 2023. Cement, 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 more cement, more cement, more cement. I think Rajasthan got filled with cement right now. Some in Gujarat, some in all of these areas actually. More cement. ये क्या है? छत्तीसगढ़ में. Okay. More Krishi in Bihar. More Bihar Krishi 2023. Oh my God, cement. Now it's becoming very difficult to keep track actually. There was a Vees Vitaran, which is like an electricity distribution and a cement thing that came up. यहाँ पे there were a bunch of, in Bihar, I think, yeah, which came up for agriculture again. Yeah, cement, more cement. Okay, cement, clearly. Cement, more cement happening in. Did it happen in Karnataka or Telangana? Or Odisha? I think it happened in Telangana. It's so difficult to keep track. Uttar Pradesh and Bihar just added. More in Chhattisgarh, Uttar Pradesh. Now, oh my God, what? Oh, Korsa Khan. Now a coal mine just came up here. Higher education, green hydrogen, Kutch green hydrogen. So green field project here. Green hydrogen actually. Green energy. Damodar cement, Kolkata cement. Yeah. So this is Adani in 2025, friends. Yeah. Insane. Very effective, I must say. Very effective.
फक्त 10 वर्षातलं.
Yeah.
जगामध्ये असा एकही माणूस नसेल जो 10 वर्षामध्ये इतका श्रीमंत झाला. मला कुठच्या उद्योगपतीने उद्योग करू नये या मताचा मी नाहीये. इतका दळभद्री विचार माझा नाहीये. पण या देशामध्ये इतके उद्योगपती असताना एका माणसावरती इतकी मेहरबानी या देशामध्ये होते मी जगात तर दाखवतच नाही अजून.
Okay. So, what he just said. He's saying that I'm not against businessmen. I don't think so. But for one person to get so rich in 10 years and have so much projects in their names is kind of insane. And I kind of agree with him, right? There is a problem with this. I don't want to be the person who shoots the messenger, honestly, because what he said is vitally important for you to understand, right? You saw the map change. You saw how many areas that Gautam Adani wants a monopoly in. Port, cement, airplane traffic is just three. Electricity distribution. He's trying for farming still. He's still buying up warehouses and I'm guessing like more agriculture related industries. Mein he's trying to make a headway. So all of these things he's trying to do. Now notice the three symbols on this. This is for the municipal elections. This speech was aimed at a Marathi audience in Mumbai. It happened in Shivaji Park. Now, Shivaji Park is a very historic place when it comes to Maharashtra politics because this is where the Shiv Sena was born. This is where Raj Thackeray started Shiv Sena. This is where some iconic rallies have happened in Maharashtra politics. They invoke this again and again in a bunch of places. Look at the symbols that are here. First is the Mashal. Now this is Shiv Sena UBT, which is not the Shinde Sena. So Shinde took away their symbol, so now it is Mashal, which is the sign. This is Engine. This is Manse, which is Raj Thackeray's party. Now both of these brothers have come together in this election to fight it together, right? Some might say it is a survival strategy. Some might say it is a clever strategy because they will, sort of unite the Marathi vote bank or whatever way you want to put it. But the third one is interesting. This one is NCP. It is a Tutari. That is the symbol of NCP, but this is NCP Sharad Pawar. NCP Sharad Pawar. I keep repeating. In case you don't know, one of the people that is super duper close with Adani is Sharad Pawar. Always has been. Adani was once asked who is the person that you will thank the most for your career and whatever, and Gautam Adani said Sharad Pawar. Of course. There was a recent news item, gossip news item that came out recently. In December, it was Sharad Pawar's birthday. Supriya Sule, his daughter, hosted a party, birthday party, and Gautam Adani was invited, and Rahul Gandhi also was invited, and that was the first time in many, many years that Rahul Gandhi and Gautam Adani locked eyes and shook hands. That was the gossip part. But the fact of the matter is that Sharad Pawar is very close to Adani. He has helped him. Both of them have helped each other. Of course, Gautam Adani is also close to Narendra Modi. That goes without saying. It's interesting because Sharad Pawar did not come to attend this rally. All the leadership was there from the NCP SP. Sharad Pawar, I think, was supposed to come, didn't show up. I don't know what happened there. But that is one. The second thing is Raj Thackeray himself. Now, Raj Thackeray is being absolutely racist against Tamil people. So, Anna Malai of the BJP essentially said something to the effect of, Mumbai is not a Maharashtrian city, it is a world city, or something of that sort. And Raj Thackeray took that comment and he said he made some racist, insensitive remarks against him, which is a big no-no. But then that is Raj Thackeray's brand of politics, honestly, which is like, outsiders should not... I mean, now they have softened a little bit. They are like, Maharashtra is for Marathis, and Maharashtra will only care about Marathis, and all the other people have to come in and learn our language and, live with us and be nice to us. So because you're guests. So live here, but nicely, but also learn Marathi. That is their whole political rhetoric. UBT, Shiv Sena UBT is also going in that direction now because they have aligned with Raj Thackeray. The third thing is Raj Thackeray is a very unreliable character. He is extremely unreliable. 2014, he was against Modi, or was he with him? 2019, I think he allied with him. No, first 2014 he was allied with him. 2019 he didn't ally with him. 2024 he allied with him again. But during this time, Raj Thackeray does these grand speeches. Okay, whenever he's against Modi, he will call like a giant gathering in a Shivaji Park or in a Thane or in a Nashik, and he will wax eloquent about how bad Modi is, how Adani is bad, how everything is being handed over to Adani, or he had this, as I said, famous thing which is Laureto video. So he will have like a compilation of videos. He will prepare a lot to give these speeches, and Marathi people love it. I know this, that people in Maharashtra love his speeches. Does it have an impact on voting? Probably not. But people like to listen to him. He's a good orator, he's a mesmerizing orator, and he uses a lot of galis also, by the way. Racist and galibaj also. But anyway, Raj Thackeray is an unreliable character here. Just had to say it because I don't think I can let go of that. Having said that, what he said about Adani is kind of hard-hitting. It still is. I mean, two things can be two things can be true at the same time. When I saw this map for the first time, oh my God, I didn't realize how bad it is. Honestly, I mean, you hear headlines every month that, Adani has taken over this, Adani has taken over that. It's not great. It's not great. Yeah. And here Shweta is also pointing out Sharad Pawar is in this alliance. Exactly. I already said Sharad Pawar ka symbol bhi hai yahan pe, which is kind of ironic when you think about it. But yeah, So Maharashtra elections are happening on the 15th. 16th is the result. I will be covering that. On the 16th. We are going to see what is going to happen. About 68 seats have already gone to BJP and Shinde Sena, which is the other Shiv Sena, uncontested, because elections don't matter anymore, clearly. Uncontested. There are videos coming out of money being distributed. There are videos coming out of many things. Another development that happened is that the Mahayuti government, the current government, wanted to distribute more money, Ladli Bahin money, in advance for the next month also. When? 14th of January, which is tomorrow, one day before voting. So now this is their strategy, essentially. The election commission came in and said, no, you can't do it. You cannot distribute it in advance. So they can give 1 month ka, but they cannot give it in advance. No. Guess what? They had given it in advance before the assembly elections also. So yeah. That's the situation. My guess is that BJP will win everything, all the time, everything, because elections don't matter anymore. And yeah, Raj Thackeray, best of luck. Raj Thackeray seems to align with everybody who is losing, I guess. No, or he just doesn't get anything. I don't understand Raj Thackeray, but he speaks well. Anyway, that was the news update. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to see you again on Thursday for members only stream, Friday for the municipal elections result coverage. And also, I am doing a show on Sunday. So I will see you online. If you want, please do get the ticket for how to lose an election. It is below. I'm going to be going to multiple cities next month, so I will keep you updated on that. Okay, bye, see you.